Okay, we're going to do it by ourselves. What do we have here? Cos. We've got an A value. We've got a K value. Okay, still. First of all, it's cos. High, middle, low, middle, high. Done. Then my amplitude, which is our A value, is going to be 2. So my high and low points are going to go to +2 and -2. And we're not at vertical translations yet. Tomorrow, or next lesson. And then our K value helps us figure out our period. So remember from the last slide in pink, our period is 360 degrees divided by the K value, which is 360 degrees divided by, in this case, 3, which is, I believe, 120 degrees. So it takes 120 degrees to complete one full cycle. It takes 120 to do one full cycle. Now, the important thing about this value, pick a different color, Megan, right here, is you need to break it into 4 pieces. And it's important to, this is the most complicated part of graphing trig right now, is figuring out how to break up the period, find out how long it takes to do one cycle, and then make sure that your separations and your designations on the graph make themselves make themselves nice for the next lesson, which are your phase shifts and your vertical translations up and down. So 120 divided by 4 is 30 degrees. So there are a couple ways I could do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I could go 30, 60, 90, 120. I could make my graph look like that. That's going to be a really squashed graph, and I didn't make very good use of the space I had given to me. Okay. Oops. I could go for, I could go every 2 and say this one's 30. This one's 60. Because I knew that each jump has to be 30 to get 4 jumps of 120. This one is 90, and this one is 120. Okay, I haven't made great use. What would that mean for each of my half jumps? This would be a 15 half jump. And knowing how to break these up into half jumps is going to be important for the next lesson that we do. I'm going to pick the largest one. I'm going to make use of my entire graph, number 1, because I'm better at graphing when they're farther apart. Number 2, it's 30 degrees, so it's nice to bump these into 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. Okay, so we've really made use of our graph space. 30, 60, 90, 120. Okay. So even though it's not 360 degrees, my graph is going to take up the whole thing because I stretched out my 120. Then I have a couple ways I could do my amplitude. I could do that as 1, -1. I could make them only go up by 1. Because I've got the space, I think I'm going to make this 0.5 and this one be 1, -0.5, -1, just because it spaces it out nicely. Okay, my amp line is right in the middle because we haven't moved the graph up or down. And then we are cosing it. Oh, Megan, The amplitude's supposed to be 2. Did you see what I did wrong there? I was so focused on the period. My amp's supposed to be 2. So guess what? I am going to go back, and I am going to change this to 1, 2, -1, -2. If it was, I don't know, if it was a half, then I would probably make this like a half and this one 1. I would space out the graph just so it's nice for me to draw. Now I can do it. High, middle, 2, low, middle, high. Oopsies. Throw in my pen. Ashley did that one pretty well. There we go. Full marks. I want full marks. F of x equals amplitude of 2. This is the coast graph. And what was it? 3x. Good. That's 6 minutes. Then there's a try. Okay, try that one on your own. I'm just going to post the solution to it. And then there's the homework.